We all agree that SMEs represent the future of the African economy. A very large and high percentage of total GDP growth in the African continent. While it varies a little across economies, it's a very high percentage. We were in Tunisia recently. Their central bank had done a study. 89% of their economy is founded on SMEs. I suspect that percentage holds for many of Africa's economies. As I mentioned in my remarks, and as was made clear in the video, the digital platform that we are building around the world will be available to every business in Africa via web portal access. Now that means that the business must have a laptop or at least a mobile device, and they must have access to the internet. But given that threshold, all of the tools available in this system can be used at no cost by African SMEs. This represents a quantum leap in the productivity and the decision-making capacity of that firm. And as we all know, productivity is the real engine of economic progress. So SMEs are a very central pillar of our overall approach. And the simple answer to your question is web portal access to every African business at no cost. Now, I also want to make two other comments about how we ensure that SMEs take advantage of this tool. It's one thing to have the tools. It's a second to ensure that they make the most of it. We will have a very rigorous education component of our global deployment activities. And we will be working through organizations like the African Union, organizations like the Association of Development Banks, which would include the African Development Bank, and we will also be working with universities across the continent. All of that will be intended to provide the kind of training and education necessary for SMEs to not only know the tool is there, but how best to use it. Now, we're going one step beyond all of this, and that is we have said at the beginning that we want to make sure that our program, HumaWealth, advantages SMEs because we believe that is the best path out of poverty. It is the best path to ensure that our economic growth is not only sustained, but inclusive. Therefore, GCEL has created two philanthropic funds specifically designed to benefit SMEs. One of these is part of our global R&D program, where we will have 8 subcommittees that deal with all of the important implications of our initiative, and SMEs will be one of those subcommittees. We are pleased that the Association of Development and Finance Institutions in Asia Pacific, which includes much of Africa, is chairing that subcommittee. They will share in an annual fund of $18 billion. Secondly, in collaboration with the financial institution GCEL members, who are going to be part of providing the financial services through this digital platform, we have established the GCEL Global SME Fund, which will take a portion of the global financial services revenues that financial institutions earn by being part of this overall system and sets aside a significant portion of that for 2 purposes. One purpose is to provide direct grants to SMEs, and the second purpose is to fund infrastructure investment that will assist SMEs getting their products to the market. That fund, by 2020, could be as much as $900 billion a year, which would make it one of the largest funds in the world, were that to happen, in supporting SME and infrastructure development. So for all of these reasons, let me be very clear, we are committed to ensuring that SMEs are a principal beneficiary of our global initiative, and we honestly believe it is a set of digital tools that they cannot access any other way.